You know what the best part about doing these types of videos is just when you think you know which way the news or drip feed's gonna go, it turns out to be something completely different. Hey everyone, and welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 3 news updates. And just before we get into the meat potatoes of the video, we want to address two things really quickly. One, in the last video, we actually made a translation error regarding Mio's attacks. It is not Butterfly Edge. It is actually called Butterfly Blade, which in hindsight makes a lot more sense considering it's a more close reference to existing arts in existing Xenoblade games. So that's our fault. We mentioned how the translation was terrible in that one little tidbit in which we read, but we glossed over Butterfly Blade and Butterfly Edge because both the terms Blade and Edge have been used in previous Xenoblade games, so that's something we just thought it was called differently. And second thing is, a lot of people have been amped up about this one little tidbit that Nintendo has mentioned from North of America, and it says as follows: join Noah and Mio, members of the two opposing nations of Keys and Agnes, on a heartfelt journey through a rich open world to end the cycle of violence. A lot of people thinking that, oh my god, this is amazing, you know, Xenoblade 3 is finally going open world. You know, for those of you who don't know, Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2 technically were open worlds, but their respective worlds, titans or sections were segregated by loading screens. So, there's that. The one reasons why we're not going to cover this is because this isn't the first time a Xenoblade game has been open world. Xenoblade X on the Wii U? No? Anyone? Seriously? Give that game some love, Nintendo. Jesus Christ, give it a port. Think of all the games that you've ported from the Wii U and yet X has just been there. Come on.
It's crying.
If you're gonna port the Definitive Edition, at least port X. Come on.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. On Reddit, I saw a post that the eShop's no longer accepting credit cards. So if you want to get X, now's your chance to get a gift card or whatever and do it.
Because once credit cards go, that means the eShops are on the decline, so to speak. The shutdown process has begun. So if you want to get any exclusive things from the eShop, I recommend doing it now. But tangents aside, let's get into the main meat and potatoes from this video. And it is as follows. We have a new cutscene clip, courtesy of Monolith of Japan as well per usual. And the description is as follows. Isurugi, I'm sorry, I know his Western name is different, but I'm still going to call him that, was a former boss of Taion. I said that right?
Yes.
Yay! Guess who didn't piss off his wife today? And once belonged to the same colony, it seems that they used to trust each other. So, obviously, Taion and Isurugi from the same colony, and they used to be student and teacher, almost. So let's get to the clip verbatim. We'll play it once, and then play it a second time, and then talk over that.
Isurugi君部長久しぶりだなタイオン
あいつ
やはりあなたもウロボロスの僕たちの抹殺を命令されているんですかやはり
So, for one thing, we get a brief encounter between Taion, and Isurugi with a little bit of interaction with Uni. And there are little things to dissect here and there. So let's go through it again, and let's show, and let's talk over it. Now, for one thing, we see the same eye calibration, same thing with Eiffel.
It's on the other side, I think.
Yeah, so that definitely makes a bit of questions, and it also brings up a point in which I will bring up at the end of the clip, but still, it's a nice dynamic they have. Now here, we see what I'm going to assume is a flashback, and if we look at Isurugi here, if this sepia tone is anything to go by, his eyes are the same colour. So something in the story from this flashback has made something change. I am going to assume it's the same thing as what happened to Ethel. Plus, with this here, a lot of people think that Taion has... Oh, Taion, sorry. Oh my god. I got it right, now it's all downhill from here. Anyway, Taion has no glasses here. Now, I'm not going to put any eggs in this basket because it could just be a simple thing for the flashback, but I'm open to seeing it could be something story related, but hey ho. And seeing how the filter that we have around here, I'm going to assume that this is after Uni and Taion have used Ouroboros for the first time.
Yeah, I've seen speculations like Uni can see Taion's memories because they have an Ouroboros together.
Or when they fused for the first time, they got to see each other's flashbacks. So this is probably Uni just remembering this. Plus you mentioned there, Ouroboros, so of course that's something to do in the story, as well as an impressive looking mech in the background. So I'm going to assume that once this cutscene is all set and done, we're gonna be in the middle of a boss fight, and unless these camera cuts are intentional and blocking them out of view, this cutscene is probably early on in the game where 6 characters are separate, because here we only have Uni, Taion, and Mio. No Noah or Lance or Senna in sight. So this could be what forces this side to leave their respective groups.
It's weird though, because Uni is Heaves.
Oh, but again, it could be separated. Again, you never know. There could be an instance in the story in which the party is separated by, you know, random occurrence. And again, it could be similar to, spoiler alert, what happened after Agnirafit in the original Xenoblade, where random party members are separated. Like with Dunban and Melia and Ricky.
I think you mean Galahad Fortress.
Galahad Fortress? No, never mind. It's early in the morning, okay? Sue me. And of course, we have new enemy types which we have not seen before, which is enemy soldiers. Of what respective sides? Well, seeing how they have massive glow sticks, I'm going to assume it's on Kiev's side. That'll be fun. And that's the clip's end, so let's just talk about what we've seen verbatim. Most of the things we've already talked about. Is there anything else you want to add to this? Okay, well for me, it's a kind of overarching thing, and I will go into spoilers for Xenoblade 1 and 2 for the most part. So let's get into it now. Of course, we do have the opposing colours in the eyes. I know I've buried this point to death on this channel, but I'm gonna say it one more time. A mishmash of Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2, and now here's the overall point. The ending of Xenoblade 1 and 2, well, especially 2, reveals that Klaus, the person behind all this, has 2 opposing sides. Like a good version of Klaus and a bad version of Klaus. I have to assume, and I'm not going to speculate in what way, but I'm assuming that's going to play a role into, like, you know, different eyes, different colours, a person being good one second, then some of them being an antagonist the next.
Yeah.
So, again, it's definitely trying to link into Xenoblade as much as it can.
Or potentially the Fog King, but we could speculate until the cows come home.
But you know what? And we will continue to do that. And you know when the cows will come home? When Xenoblade 3 comes home. So, unless you guys have any thoughts, feelings, or concerns, hey, let us know in the comments. We'll be happy to respond, and we just like seeing the discussions in the comments. Anyway, so guys, that's gonna be it. So if you do like this video, be sure to like it, and if you want to stay up to date with more Xenoblade news updates, whether it be screenshots, trailers, or little tidbits here and there, please be sure to subscribe. We will be here to cover it. So until then, I've been Lightning.
I'm Alice,
and we'll see you next time. If that's watching, guys, we'll see you later. Taion. I said it one more time! And I was right.
Just picture him wearing a tie.
Okay. He is business tie.
He has a tie on.
Boo! Boo! Boo this woman! Boo this woman!